Welcome to the first video in the new RC room. I gotta say, huge shout out to my wife. She really hooked it up with the shelving, the backdrop. It looks absolutely amazing here. I'm super happy. You got the indoor course behind me. Well, in front of me. It turned out awesome. Father-in-law helped me wire in some lights because it was pretty dark back here, but it turned out great. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the Little Guy Racing Eliminator chassis build, and then we're going to take it out on the rocks and see how it does. I think she turned out pretty good. I love the stance of the Super 8s. I am going to have to do some, probably some more trimming on the body here, or maybe even remove this little side piece right here. I went ahead and trimmed the back fenders a little bit to make room for these tires. Now, I am going to have to tune these shocks a little bit better. I'm put some heavier weight oil in there because I want to keep the bed accessories on this thing. Now, I wanted to stay with a smaller tire, so I went with these Pro Line Mickey Thompsons. They look amazing on here, and then I went with the Little Guy Racing wheels because basically I had these and I had bought these tires when they were on sale. Looking at the front, you get this little dummy winch here. Looks amazing. Flipping this open. Now when you mount that, might be hard to see, but they do give you a couple options of mounting this winch on there. Now look at all the room you have to mount your electronics. Now you can mount front, rear, or the side. Now what I went ahead and did was I'm going to run my battery up front. I've got my Lizard Pro out back, and then I've got the micro Komodo right here mounted to the Little Guy Racing transmission, and I've got my radio link receiver. Now you do have to provide your own skid on this. I went with the Endura skid. It's aluminum. I do like this skid because it gives you a couple options when mounting your motor in here, in transmission here, because you really don't have to make any modifications. You can flip it whichever way you want in a breeze. Now I went with mine facing reverse towards the rear because I didn't want a chance of that motor rubbing up against my battery. So usually I try to make it face forward, but that's what I did. Now to steer this bad boy, I went with the RS100 micro servo. This is probably my go-to servo. I absolutely love this thing. Now for axles, I went with the Super 8 Midnight Editions. I've got the brass knuckles, brass diff cover there, and brass steering links. And then as far as the back, I have no brass back there. Now looking at the frame and the shock towers, it is all aluminum. It looks amazing. You have various options to mount your shocks. And then as far as shocks, I have the Pro Line big bores. These are the little stubby shocks. Basically, I'm just running those because I had those. You still get a decent amount of flex out of it. Not a ton. You're not going to get the L flex, but they look good. And like I said earlier, I need to tune those a little bit so I'm not getting so much squats on this bad boy. This kit does come with the links. And you got the Little Guy Racing stamped along the side there on the lowers and nothing stamped on the uppers. And then the drive shafts, I am running the Endura, not stainless, the steel drive shafts there. Now here's the instructions for this kit. There's more pictures than words, but what that is fine with me. They have everything color coordinated for the hardware. Check this out. Each bag has its own label, color, to make it fairly easy to get this thing installed. You can tell they went the extra mile in designing this, putting this together, and I can absolutely appreciate that. Now as far as keeping the body down the front, I am using Velcro. I would like to 3D print something right here to hold a magnet, but for now the Velcro is fine. Personal preference, I prefer magnets. Now what I'm going to do is get a couple batteries charged, and we're going to take this out to the rocks and see how it does. So it's been raining for 5 days now here in Utah, and it finally quit. So the rocks might be a little bit wet, but I need to get outside. I love my indoor course, but it's time to get on the rocks. I did bring the base camp just in case. But it looks like there's some people down there fishing, so I am going to walk down the bank a little bit and try to find a spot out of their way, because who knows if they wouldn't be filmed or not, or in the background. So get this battery going and we'll hike down. Oh yeah, the rocks are way wet, but it's a cool spot. Just have to deal with the trains as they walk by, but get some crawling done. Oh yeah, she's slick. They hold some comps here sometimes for these little guys at the spot. Mickey Thompson's doing good, even in the wet. Oh, come on. Got it. If I can drive. This line might be a little tough, but see the angle. Oh no. Might not like this one. Thing's a little too slick. Nope. I'll have to come back and try this when it's dry, because it's tight on this side and it is wet. Oh, move on to the next. Oh, come on. It'd make it if it wasn't for the sand. There we go. Slick it is from how wet it is, but we'll have to come back when it's dry. Oh. Definitely need to trim the body a little bit more. Oh, come on. Ooh. Binding up on the rear bumper. This might be too wide. I have to trim that bumper down. Yep. Gotta trim the bumper. Try it one more time. No. It is so close. Come on. Nope. No. Body's a little off center because of that last obstacle pushing it over. That's why it looks so goofy. I don't know if you can hear that, my transmitter is about to die. So this might be the last line I do. Come on. This wheelbase should be perfect for out here to help pull it over, but being that it's so slick, it's doing a little bit better than I thought it would. Got it. Rookie mistake, didn't bring extra batteries. Oop. Pretty good side hilling. Oh yeah. It's dying, I know. All right. Well, transmitter finally died, but was able to do a couple more lines. Love the chassis. Let me know what you guys think. I like this area a lot. You just have to deal with the trains in the background. Kind of a bummer I'm not gonna be able to run the base camp for a little bit, but I need to come back here when it dries out. It's an awesome spot. It's not too far from the house. So like always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.